The cold air stung Koda's nostrils. Setting down his hefty rucksack, he took a seat on a nearby bench. According to the metro map, he was in the center of Punkplatz, a shopping district populated by colossal buildings and divided by wide roads. He decided that this was what Platz meant, based on those he'd seen so far. He began on the reasonably priced sandwich that he had purchased at a nearby cafe and took in his surroundings. In front of him was an old, battered church. Its tower was smashed to pieces, and its face was sheared to rubble. But there was still something magnificent about it in the dull morning light. It had been here long before the skyscrapers, the metro, and the concrete paths, and it threatened to outlive them all. At the back of Koda's bench was a podium on top of which 4 bronze children were frozen in a moment of play. He'd gone here by the A line going south, and would take the D line to Beckenstrasse in about 15 minutes. There was something satisfying about decoding the multicolour tapestry of train dimes. It was like Koda knew the city now, if only through its public transportation. They were probably what he'd remember most about these isolated European months: stations and train lines and the places they linked together. Stations were moving places. Everyone except the buskers, the skaters, and the homeless was there to get to somewhere else. There was motion in the air. Pocketing half his sandwich for later, Koda took a closer look at the statues. The eldest, 6 or 7, was playfully chasing the others, 4 or 5. They wore clothing from uncertain era and had large smiles sculpted across their faces. A plaque, equally indecipherable, lay beneath their polished feet. Koda decided it was a war memorial. It had that look about it, a single snapshot of a general tragedy. He didn't know which war, or who died in it, or why, but he tried to feel sorry for them all the same. Time was dragging Koda away from this place. Tokyo had been hanging on the back of his mind for the last month or so, advancing upon him from just outside his peripheral vision. The dead stared silently through Koda, their memorial message falling on deaf ears. As he gave in to the pull of the oncoming D-line to Beckenstrasse, the children turned back into a municipal ornament, background scenery to his lunch break. He stepped towards the metro staircase and his studies in Japan, and away from the church and Punkplatz in Europe. He drifted along the water's surface above a deep, invisible unknown.